Welcome to the High Performance Man podcast. I am your host, John Kavitz. On this show, I interview successful men who have built impressive careers and businesses, founders, CEOs, senior leaders, and professionals who have operated at a high level for years. We talk about what actually made them successful. So the goal is simple: to learn directly from the men who have done it so we can apply those insights into our own careers, businesses, and lives and continue raising our own standard of performance. Our show is brought to you by Prime Performance Method. The Prime Performance Method is designed specifically for high performing men who have achieved success in their careers, but feel like their body and energy have taken a hit along the way. We help busy professional men regain strength, lose weight, and feel younger without the long workouts, extreme dieting, or disrupting their demanding schedule. So if you're a high performing man who wants to feel as strong and energized as you are successful, message me, John Kavitz, on LinkedIn. On today's show, we have Joe Apfelbaum, where he is the CEO of EV AI, where he is the sales assistant for social media for 40 countries around the world. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure. I'm so
And I hope
excited.
I did all that for you correct. Is that
You
all right?
nailed it. You nailed it, dude. You
Well,
nailed it.
good.
I'm 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 looking at your LinkedIn right now. You just asked me to connect with me. I had to remove another John to add you because I'm at max I have 30,000 connections on LinkedIn, so in order to add somebody, I got to remove somebody.
30,000. Oh, well, you got 40 countries you're dealing with.
Yeah, exactly. You have 800 followers on LinkedIn, and one of the things that I teach people when I'm teaching how to use LinkedIn is to send more connections to people, more connections requests to people. You know why? Because every connection request on LinkedIn becomes a follower. So if you send out 20 connection requests a day, you will have 5,000 new followers at the end of the year. But it has to be a habit, something that you do over and over and over. And most people, they don't have a habit of connecting with their target market on LinkedIn. And so they don't
Right.
have high performance on LinkedIn.
Wow. See, that's information I didn't know. Maybe my
Yeah.
team did, but
Yeah, but
I'm
LinkedIn is networking. It's a personal thing. It's something that you do with people every single day. And so for me, I teach people the step-by-step process to be able to leverage LinkedIn in a meaningful way. If you want
right.
to have high performance when it comes to building relationships and networking and all that stuff, then what you need to do is you need to learn how to use LinkedIn and not have your team just use LinkedIn, but you use LinkedIn every single day. I see that you've never posted on LinkedIn yet. So my
Yeah.
recommendation is to start engaging on the platform, start connecting with the right people. And if you have hundreds and hundreds of people that are already following you, it's a shame not to post on LinkedIn. So it's a huge
Awesome.
opportunity for you.
Joe, I thank you so much, man.
My
That is
pleasure.
absolutely okay. Well, my first question then, Joe, is what's the most important lesson you've learned so far that has helped you become successful in your business?
The most important lesson that I learned is you can get anything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want. What that means is instead of focusing on taking, faking, or waking and baking, what you need to do is take a moment and ask yourself, how can I add value to this person's life? What can I do to make a difference for them? So if I look at your profile and I want to find out how I can make a difference for you, I can use one of my agents to research you. And I learned that your key services, nutrition coaching, personal training, fat loss and belly fat reduction programs, that you help people with high performance health coaching, podcasts, and so on. And I can possibly help you by teaching you about LinkedIn so you can get more clients. Most people don't realize this, that when you're on a podcast, the key for me being on a podcast right now and you
Mhm.
interviewing me
Yep.
is that I want to be able to add as much value to you and the men that are watching this right now. We're on the High Performance Men podcast, which means that you're looking to talk to high performance men that are going to watch this, hopefully, and they're going to get lessons on how to be high performance. When
Right.
it comes to high performance, doing your research is extremely, extremely important. Tell them I'm on the phone. I'm on doing a podcast. Yeah.
Awesome. Joe, you're on fire, buddy. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
I mean, that's something that again, my audience is going to get a very, very big insights on. Okay. So just doing it, if you want to read some of that again, anything that you can do
Yeah, if you want anything, you can get anything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want in life. So for me, doing AI research on you and learning about you, it helps me understand what you're looking for and how I can add value to your life. And if you're
So to
looking
put,
for more high performance men, you need to start using LinkedIn more effectively. So me giving you some tips on how to use LinkedIn, it's me helping you and making your life a
adding
little bit
value,
better. Exactly.
right? And things come back when you give.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Okay. My next question. What do you think hinders a lot of men today from reaching their full potential?
The number one thing that hinders men from reaching their potential is not having clear goals. Having clear goals is the key.
Okay.
That's the key. Having clear goals is the key. So if you're looking at your life and you're wondering why you're not moving forward, why you're not getting that high performance, you might not have goals in your business. You might not have goals in your personal life. You might not have goals in your health. You might not have goals with your community. The key is to be able to set goals.
Not having clear goals is probably
Not
what it is.
having clear goals.
And it's not like a step by step thing. It's just knowing what your goals are and how you're going to achieve that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And that's not only in your business, but it's in personal life and everything else.
Exactly. In business and personal life and all the areas of life. So I have something called a goal setting masterclass that teaches people how to set goals and achieve them. And most people don't realize how easy it is to be able to set your goals. And if you don't set your goals properly, you're not going to be able to succeed. So I tell people um, to take a moment, set the right goals, and learn exactly what you need to be doing to be successful. Sometimes it's about figuring out who you are, looking at your values, like figuring out what do you value the most in life, looking at your passions. What are the things that light you up, get you the most excited? Looking at the areas of your life where you're struggling right now, what you're frustrated about, your agreements, the issues that you have in your life. If you can look at all the different areas of your life and analyze them and look at them, you'll know if you're on the path to success or you're on the path to failure. And if you're on the path to failure and you're not feeling right, you're not happy, you're not healthy, you're not with the program, you're not making money, you're not high performance, you're not achieving, usually it has to do with your habits. Usually it has to do with the repeated actions, the repeated thoughts, the repeated feelings that you have.
Yep.
And if you can optimize them by analyzing them and have a strategy for you to achieve what you want in life, then you can get anything you want in your life because a lot of that will be you helping other people get what they want. Because
Yep.
usually fulfillment comes from contribution and making a difference to other people.
Yep.
Does
Now
that make sense?
oh, absolutely. Because in my curriculum, in my program, I specifically spend weeks on habits.
Amazing.
Okay. Well, I
Amazing. Yeah.
mean,
So getting your habits in order. So part of your habits is starting to use LinkedIn properly,
right.
starting to comment on other people's posts, starting to write posts on LinkedIn, starting to analyze your network in a meaningful way and building relationships with people.
And not
Or
relying on my team.
not just relying on your team. Yes, you want to rely on your team to delegate. You can delegate relationships out, but spending 15 minutes a day intentionally logging into LinkedIn, leaving comments, like even if you're on a podcast, you can take a moment and just acknowledge somebody on LinkedIn. You can take a moment and build a relationship with somebody by replying to the comment that they left you on the post. But if you've never posted on LinkedIn, like you haven't really posted on LinkedIn, then you're just
Mhm.
missing an opportunity to get exposure because every single post on LinkedIn can have thousands of people that view it. So for me, what I do is I post every single day, once a day. That's a habit that I built. Just like any other habit, once you build it, you just do it. You don't even think about it much. You just do it.
Wow.
And so every single day I'm posting on LinkedIn. I've done that for the past 10 years. I've posted on LinkedIn over 10,000 times in the past 10 years. And I've generated millions of dollars in revenue as a result of what I posted. And a lot of it was clients just getting to know me and building a relationship with me and then getting on the phone with me and learning about how they could refer business to me or do business with me.
Right.
But again, it's a habit that only takes 1 minute now. With AI, you can write a post in 1 minute. You could write a comment in 1 minute. Not even in a minute. In a second, you could write a comment. You could leave a comment in a second, just acknowledging people,
Right.
replying to their comment, building a relationship. So every single day, I look at my top 100 people in my world, and then I look at them to see what they're up to, see how I can add value to them. And then I'm there either referring business to them, giving them advice, inviting them to events, building relationships with people. I don't just sit around and wait for things to happen. I make things happen. Most people are sitting around waiting and waiting for something to happen. Stop waiting and start doing.
This
Even
is
if the
awesome.
action that you're doing is not perfect. John, even if the action that you're doing is not perfect, you don't need perfection. What you need is action. That's the most important thing.
Wow. Joe, you're blowing my mind away, man. This is something that I mean, I've been in the business for just a little bit, but I just got started in this. So this is information that I'm going to take to heart. I mean, I'm going to start this tomorrow.
Tomorrow, start it. And tomorrow at 1 p.m., you can attend our class. If you go to eviai.com/webinar, that's WEBINER, webinar, eviai.com/webinar, you'll be able to watch a class that I'm doing tomorrow at 1 p.m., where for an hour, I'm going to have 100 people there. And I'm going to teach them my method, my 3-step process: strategy, assets, action. I'm going to teach how to do the 3 Ps: the plan, the people, the promise, how to be able to build out your assets, the stories, the presence, the systems. And then I'm going to teach people how to get clients through the exposure, credibility, and conversations method. And I just walk people through my framework. If you want to be high performance, you got to follow an approved method that has worked over and over and over. And over the past 10 years, I've trained over 1,000 companies and their employees on how to use LinkedIn. So for me, it's not like I'm trying to make something up. I'm trying to figure it out I'm trying to use the parachute while I'm flowing down. What I'm doing is I'm literally taking a proven method that has worked over and over and over for my clients, and then I'm executing it over and over and over. And that's really the goal. The goal is to just follow the footsteps of the people that actually have gotten results already. And by the way, if somebody wants to watch a replay of my last class, they can go to businessnetworkingworkshop.com. 3 words: businessnetworkingworkshop.com. And they could watch a class that I've already done. And when they watch the class that I've already done, they will see, wow, I just spent 90 minutes listening to this guy talk, and I got so much value in those 90 minutes. They might want to just send that to their friends. They might say, hey, guys, check out this class. This was very, very, very useful for me. And then they go and they watch that class and they're like, wow, this is
Is that the
valuable.
same class that you were doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm doing a live version of that class, which I always teach something else. I always have something new that comes
I'd
up.
love to attend, because tomorrow I have the same thing. I have the podcast until 2:00.
Yeah, no worries. So you can't make that meeting tomorrow, but watch the replay and you'll get the similar value. Just, it's nice to watch me live. People pay more attention when they watch me live.
And that's the businessnetworkingworkshop.com.
Yeah, businessnetworkingworkshop.com. You can watch a replay of the one I did last week.
Okay. And I will definitely be doing that.
Amazing.
Awesome, Joe. Oh my gosh. I got chills.
You got chills. I love that. By the way, I always ask people, like, if you really want to know if you're going to be motivated, find out why you're doing something.
Right.
Find out why you're doing something. If you don't know why you're doing it, then you're not going to actually want to do it.
And it's not going to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. And at any age, right? Even.
Yeah.
I mean, I've turned 66.
Really? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now is the time to get started. By the way, you can have AI do most of your work anyway.
Right. Well, I got to learn how to use AI.
Well, that you get a coach. I teach people how to use AI often. Every month I meet with my clients 3 hours. We sit down and I just show them. I say, hey, this is how I built an agent. This is how I talk to Claude. This is how I talk to Perplexity. This is how I talk to ChatGPT. And I hold your hand through the process. Hiring somebody like me to help you out is not a very expensive proposition. Most people are not willing to hire a coach. I think that if you want to get healthy, someone should hire John. Someone should hire a coach.
Right.
Someone should hire you as a coach. You could teach you probably can get down and do 20 push-ups, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could probably triple that, quadruple it.
Exactly. But most people can't even do one push up.
Right.
Most people can't even do one push up. And it's not because they're weak. It's
Right.
because they haven't built the habits and they don't know the process of doing your first push up. I taught my son how to do his first push up and he was so thrilled because he couldn't do it in just a week. He was able to do 10. In just 1 week, he was able to do 10. So it's the same
That's
thing with
awesome.
LinkedIn. You got to build the right habits, you got to hire the right coaches, get the right mentors, and then you'll be able to master AI and you'll be able to edit the videos yourself. You'll be able to transcribe the videos yourself.
Beautiful.
So it's just powerful to see how wonderful things can be when people are willing to kind of step up and get the right help that they need. When people are willing to step up and be able to take their life to the next level.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. My next question, Joe. Most men on the road to business or professional success, other areas of their life may get sacrificed. Has there been an area in your life that's been sacrificed? Okay, it suffered, but where would you like to be successful now too, if you're not?
Well, I feel like I'm very successful in all the different areas of my life right now because I've worked on myself for years. I did Landmark. Have you heard of Landmark?
Yes, I have.
I did Tony Robbins many times. I've hired many coaches and trainers and got a lot of support from so many different places. And, for me it's more about how to take things to the next level. That's really what it's about. How do you take things to the next level? And continuous growth is the key here. Not overnight success, but continuous growth. If you can have continuous growth in any area of your life, that's where you can take things to the next level. For me, I started a business 3 years ago called Evie AI. And I want to continue building relationships with people, connecting with them, and taking things to the next level. That's what I want to do. I want to take things to the next level, build relationships with people, and I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help 1,000 people transform their lives on LinkedIn. I have clients in 40 countries around the world. We have 23,000 users. But I want to pick the right 1,000 and really, really go deep with those right 1,000. That's really the key for me. Going deep with the right 1,000 is the key. And so if I send somebody repeated messages on LinkedIn and they don't respond to me, I'm literally going to just remove them from LinkedIn. That's all. I'm done. I don't need to sit there and chase people. I have 1,500 people waiting to connect with me on LinkedIn. So
Right.
I'll invite people to a webinar, I'll connect with them, build a relationship with them, but then I'll move on. I'll move on to people that actually want to be helped. And so for me, 1,000 people is enough. Making a difference for 1,000 people is more than enough. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm building a community of people. I have 1,700 people in our community, but I want to go deep with 1,000 of them. And that's been my focus. That's my focus. And I'm very excited about the impact I'm able to make in people's lives.
Well, that's awesome, Joe. I mean, my goodness. All right. My next question. And I mean, how many years have you had EVAI? 3?
We just started our 4th year. Yeah, so 3 years.
Okay. And before that, you did what?
Before that, I had a marketing agency called Ajax Union. It's a digital marketing agency. I've had that for 20 years. That business is still running. I have employees that are running the business.
Okay.
And we helped over 1,100 companies be able to do SEO, SEM, social media, PR, help them with their videos, help them with AI now. We're doing automations. We have agents running. So yeah, so that's a digital marketing agency where we help people get leads.
Okay.
Evie AI is a little bit different because Evie AI is more about building, helping you build your LinkedIn and helping you network and
Right.
community and all that type of stuff. So
Okay. Well, the reason I asked you how many years have you, and I use this as again, it's a two-part question for me in my field. Where do you find yourself during the course of a day or at peace?
well, the best piece is in the morning, right when I wake up, when I meditate for 45 minutes.
That's where I would say, do you have it? And again, this goes hand in hand. You have a morning routine, and you just said that, right?
Yes, yes. As soon as I wake up, I open my eyes, I put on some meditation music, I put on a timer, and then I just close my eyes. I sit up, I close my eyes, and I just meditate. and
For
I see what
45.
the universe for 45 minutes. Sometimes if it's a weekend, I'll do it for an hour, 2 hours. I've even done it for 3 hours. But
Really?
it's just magic. You just sit there, you breathe, and you focus on your breath. You focus on being aware, and the universe sends you messages. You get in tune with your goals. You get in tune with what you want to achieve. You get in tune with the different people that come in and out, the different voices in your head. It's just really powerful to just allow things to be and just be with the beautiful vibes.
That is, wow. This is one heck of a podcast, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Trust me. This is one heck of a podcast. So
Oh,
to
I
close
trust
out,
you. Yeah.
well, Joe, to close it out, I want to know what would be one piece of advice that you would have to give men on their journey to success?
Remember that the secret to living is giving, not faking and taking. The secret to living is making a difference for other people, being present with the people that have already entered your life. Stop looking for new things outside of what's already in your life. Start building relationships, put yourself out there, connect with people. When somebody enters into your life, give them your full attention, build a relationship with them, and do the work. That means if you promise to send out 100 connection requests that day, send out 100 connection requests. If you promise to send out 100 messages, send out 100 messages. You want to be building relationships, you want to be connecting with people, and you want to be able to be real. Be a real person. Be a real person. Stop worrying about what people think about you and instead start creating the future. The best way to predict the future is to create it.
Wow. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on, and the information and the insights that you have given me personally has been awesome. So I want to thank you for that. And as a reminder to everyone listening to this show, we are brought to you by the Prime Performance Method, where we help performing men rebuild strength, energy, and confidence without sacrificing their careers. So if you're ready to feel as strong in your body as you are successful in your business, message me at John Phil Kavitz on LinkedIn. Until our next episode, perform strong in all areas of your life.